services to assist those affected by school closures due to COVID-19. Staff recommends council authorize city manager to execute a payment of $163,200 to Evanston Township High School for providing food services to assist those affected by school closures due to COVID-19. Funding for this program is from the city manager's operations account. This is for action. Ms. Richardson, is it okay that I'm doing it this way? I realize this is the way we usually do it in council, but maybe not in committee. Just want to make sure before I keep going.
I'm sorry, it is the consent agenda, so that is fine.
Thank you. A4 is the approval of an agreement with Evanston Township High School to supply lunches for the 2020 school lunch program. Staff recommends council authorize city manager to execute an agreement with Evanston Township High School to provide lunch meals for the 2020 summer school program in the not to exceed amount of $3.50 per meal and $3.75 for special diet meals. This is a reimbursement program in which the total amount of the reimbursement the city will receive is solely dependent upon the number of meals served and varies depending on the level of participation. The city estimates that estimated reimbursement is calculated using the highest daily participation level stated in the application. There is a food budget allocation in the recreation department in the amount of $131,000. Projected expenses are going to be $110,000 and the revenue at $148,500. This is for action.
Alderman Fleming, before we continue, I'm sorry, I don't mean to mess with your flow. We need to take action that this is a virtual meeting.
Oh, okay. Can I call that or someone else need to call that?
If Alderman Sufferton, would you call that, please?
Sure. I move that we convene this virtual meeting in accordance with the Open Meetings Act guidelines from Governor Pritzker pursuant to the declared state of emergency in Illinois.
Second.
In favor?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. I will continue at A5. A5 is the approval for contract award for Garland DBS Incorporated for the building exterior repairs of various city facilities. Staff recommends council authorize city manager to execute a contract for building exterior repairs on various city facilities with Garland DBS out of Cleveland, Ohio, in the amount of $514,693. Funding will be provided by Capital Improvement Fund 2019 General Obligation Bond in the amount of $35,000 and from the 2020 Obligation Bond in the amount of $479,693. There is a detailed finding in the memo below. This is for action, and I actually have a question for staff here.
Hello, this is Dave Stomack.
Hi, Dave. So I'm reading this. Can you please explain for people who maybe haven't looked at the whole packet why we would be giving this contract to a company out of Cleveland, Ohio?
Well, we use a purchasing program to award this project, and Garland does the actual bidding for us, and they were awarded this contract. They supply the materials on it, and then they bid the actual labor work out to a large number of different companies. So Garland themselves is in Cleveland, Ohio, but they do work across the country. Their home office is in Cleveland.
Okay, so again, for those who are at home, can you give a listing or at least where the companies are that's going to actually be performing the work?
I do not know where the low bidder is out of. I'm sorry, I don't have that information on me right now.
Okay. I just think it's important as we talk about supporting our local businesses that people who are reading this understand that we have not skipped all potential contractors and gone to Ohio to find. So for the sake of the meeting, I'm going to go on, but can you bring that back when we have council? Can you give an update on that, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Okay, A6 is approval of change order number 3 to the agreement with Boulder Contractors Incorporated for the Oakton Street Water Supply Connection. This was bid 1936. Staff recommends council authorize city manager to execute change order number 3 to the agreement with Boulder Contractors for the Oakton Street Water Supply Connection in the amount of $100,314.13. This will increase the overall contract amount from $2,879,070.37 to $2,979,384.50. This change order does not include a time extension provided by the water fund. This is for action. And I also have a question for staff for this one, please.
Good evening again, Dave Stonebeck.
Yes, Dave, can you just go over, because this is the third change order and it's a big project, what the change order includes?
This change order balances the final quantities utilized actually during the project. The biggest cost increase is actually for trench backfill. As they were excavating along these roads, Hartree and Oakton, the soil was very unstable. And even though they used a trench box to try to keep their excavation tight, the asphalt outside the trench box area and therefore also the ground outside continued to cave in. And so they wound up having to excavate a wider trench than what the plans called for. So there's $70,000 of extra trench backfill material used in that. So that was the biggest cost of the $100,000. $70,000 was just in trench backfill alone.
Okay, and when is the project scheduled to be finished?
All the work on the project is basically complete at this point in time. We hope to open up the valve and begin to supply Lincolnwood water next week. So the water main is all in service, and the restoration, except for some minor punch list work, is all complete as well.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Richardson, just again, I realize I started pretty quickly. I'm assuming we have no speakers. You didn't inform us of any public comment?
That's correct. From the list that I have, I do not see any public comment unless there's something updated that someone needs to provide me.
Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure we didn't miss anyone. All right, A6 is Resolution 53-R-20, authorizing city manager to consent to a permit for Northwestern football parking and tailgating events for 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 season. Staff recommends council adoption of Resolution 53-R-20, authorizing city manager to give consent to a permit for Northwestern football parking and tailgating for events 2020 through 2024. This is for action. A8 is Resolution 55.
One sec. That was A6, just for the record. A7, I'm sorry, you said it was A6.
That was A7, Northwestern parking.
Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with moving it forward to City Council, but in speaking with Alderman Ravel, there may be more information needed with discussion with Canal Shores and Northwestern.
Okay, so you're okay moving it to council, then she can pull it off or something up that consider.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that part is noted, that there is more information needed, and it may possibly be held at City Council.
Okay, so we'll move it forward here, and then at council, Alderman Ravel can fill us in on any other information. A8 is Resolution 55-R-20, authorizing city managers to submit an application for Rebuild Illinois Public Infrastructure Program grant from the state of Illinois for Main Street water main improvements from Maple to Hinman Avenue. Staff recommends we adopt this resolution for the Rebuild Illinois grant application. The Rebuild grant funds 50% of construction project costs, and the remaining 50% of the funding must be provided by the local municipality. For this project, construction costs estimated to be $1,150,000, of which the city will be responsible for $575,000, which we budgeted in the 2020 capital improvement program. That is for action. And A9 is ordinance 24-0-20, amending section 7-2 9-3 sidewalks to be clear of snow, ice, dirt, and weeds. Staff recommends adoption of this ordinance, amending the section for sidewalk clearing.
Alderman Fleming?
Yes.
I think you might be on the council agenda rather than the committee agenda there. The council or the committee agenda ends at A8.
I'm sorry. Thank you for that. All right, so that was consent agenda for AP&W. Everything was moved with nothing held. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so the consent agenda carries. Thank you for that correction. So A9 will be on council, and we'll see what Alderman Ravel has to say about A8 at council. And so I think that concludes our administration and public works, Ms. Richardson, unless someone else joined for public comment at the end.
I still haven't received any new public comments.
Okay, so P&G starts at, is there a set time for that one?
Staff, Johanna, do you have,
5 o'clock.
is it 5? Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I move, we adjourn AP&W at 4:45, and planning and development meeting will start at 5. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All righty, see you at 5.